Thank you, Steph. And our in-depth coverage of the RIPTA bus crash continues now. Tonight, we're hearing from a man who was in the bus shelter when the bus hit it.
Eyewitness News reporter Steve Nielsen spoke to him. He joins us now live in studio with the exclusive interview.
Well, guys, as all the information came pouring into our newsroom yesterday, we found out one of our own producers here at Eyewitness News was a victim in the crash, Bill Tomison, and you can actually see him in the surveillance video at the very end. He's wearing a red tote bag, and you can see him right where that bus collides with that bus shelter. So again, he was outside the bus. He did suffer some minor injuries because of the crash. He walked me through exactly what he can remember happening yesterday before he, along with several others, were rushed to the hospital. There were several people under the canopy waiting for the bus when the crash happened, and he says one man asked him if the bus had come yet, and Bill was responding. The bus barreled toward them.
I thought it was the canopy. Maybe it was the pillar. I'm not sure. I just kind of heard and saw the crunching. It all happened very fast. It always does.
We're happy to say after getting checked out, as you can see, Bill's going to be okay. Coming up tonight on Eyewitness News at 6, he tells me how that he was injured. Now everybody on board the bus looked when they emerged. I'm Steve Nielsen, Eyewitness News.
24 hours after the chaotic scene, we're hearing from someone who witnessed it all and was injured in the crash.
Eyewitness News reporter Steve Nielsen joins us now live in studio with the interview.
Well, one of our producers here at Eyewitness News, Bill Tomison, was one of the people injured last night. And when you slow down the surveillance video of the crash, you can see him as the bus heads right for him. A finger in a brace, a bump on his head.
I'm still trying to figure out how it happened. It's hard for me to believe that it happened.
Eyewitness News producer Bill Tomison was standing under this canopy in Providence waiting for a bus Monday night to go home.
You can see buses turning left to come into the tunnel.
You can see him here with a red tote bag behind the pillar that was eventually destroyed.
I just kind of heard and saw the crunching. It all happened very fast.
He's not sure what it was, but something fell hard on his head and jammed his hand.
A bunch of broken glass showered on top of me.
He walked down with me closer to the canopy, but didn't want to go back under it after crews braced it Monday night.
About 3 or 4 people.
Moments after the crash, Tomison said victims in the bus told them they smelled smoke, so they ran down the street in case a fire started. And that's when he saw the injuries of those inside.
He was holding his mouth, and it's like his chin was completely red. I saw at least a couple of people who were bloody that way.
He, along with them, was taken away in an ambulance to be checked out. And Bill's going to be okay. No serious injuries, but as you can imagine, certainly scary nonetheless. I'm Steve Nielsen, Eyewitness News.
And you can count on Eyewitness News on air and online for continuing coverage of this story. Our coverage continues on Eyewitness News at 6:30 over on Fox Providence.
You can also find more in-depth coverage on WPRI.com, including the 5 major incidents for RIPTA buses in the past year. Plus, follow us on Facebook and Twitter to get the latest headlines.